Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Angel here, and I am one half of the duo Travis and Angel. We are full-time travelers, and we cruise. We travel mostly on cruise ships. But when we're not on cruise ships, we do hotels, Airbnbs, things like that. So, thank you for joining in. This video will be to show you my carry on bag for our travels and everything that's in my carry on bag. I get asked a lot, hey, what do you travel with? How do you work on the road? Things like that. Because as you know, we're digital nomads. So we work at least 4 days out the week, as well as, we work as, do we do for a living? We are nonprofit accountants. So we have an accounting firm, we have a nonprofit consulting firm, excuse me, as well as we have our video editing, vlogging and things like that. So everything that we do, we need to have our computers, we need to have all of our peripherals and things like that. So I'm going to show you what I carry in my carry-on bag and in my backpack. All right, so let's get started. All right, so first things first, the backpack that I carry is a rolling backpack, and it's a Mayetin. So it's Matein. And it's just like a little rolling backpack, you know, regular size, I guess. But I have these two little things here. So this one says I'm a flip flop kind of girl. I got this when I got this when we lived in Pensacola. And then this is hand sanitizer that I also got when I was at an event in Pensacola when we lived there. So we have these two zippers on the front. In this first zipper, just have a couple of snacks. So these are my, excuse me, dark chocolate covered almonds. And then I got this snack. This was something that I got when we were on a Southwest Airlines flight. Have an ink pen in here. Have a little notepad in here. As you can see, just a little notepad in there. Also have travel bags. So this is a bag that we got from Trader Joe's, and it's just like a little, I don't know, shopping bag. So if we're going somewhere and we want to purchase anything and we just need a shopping bag, as well as I have my earbuds in here for when we're on a plane that I need earbuds to plug into the plane to listen to videos and movies and things like that. So that's all that's in that front pocket. And then I have, excuse me, a pocket above that, and it has this in it. So this is what I call my carry-out bag. So inside of here, I have my eyeglass cleaner. I have my C-bands. So if you know me, seeing our videos, you'll know that I get extreme seasickness. So I always have a pair of C-bands ready to go. I also get car sick depending on like the driver. So I wear these, I keep them with me at all times. My toothpick floss picks, some ibuprofen, as well as Vaseline and Carmex. I should probably buy stock in Carmex. Like, yeah, I go through so much Carmex. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that's all that's in there. And it's just like one of these little reusable Ziploc baggies that I actually got when I was doing a gift exchange on a cruise ship. So one of the best gifts ever. And so that's what's in that top zipper. And then we have the zipper in front of there. And in this zipper, I have a bag here, and I usually keep a bag just for my trash that I put on the side of the bed. So that's what this bag is for. Especially like when we're on a cruise ship, I like to have a trash bag like right there on the bed beside me. This is just some extra stuff from the mail that we just got. This is our storage water cube. So both Travis and I have one of these. We put water in it. Sometimes if we want like Kool-Aid or lemonade or anything like that, then we'll make it in here and put it in the refrigerator. Usually on a cruise ship is when we use these. So we always have something cold to drink. And also in here I have, sit that back up so it doesn't fall on me. All right, so also in here, excuse me, ooh, So one of the biggest things that we wanted to do while we were traveling was we wanted to make sure that we always had something that reminded us of home. So even though we're together, we wanted something so that like when we look around, then we're, oh, this is home. So this is one of those things. We actually have three of those things, but this is one. And this is a laundry bag. I don't use it for laundry, just like a dirty laundry bag. Um, and so we have here, it is a picture. And so this is just like a little bubble wrap covering that I made for it. And this is our picture. Now, we had this picture at our house. So we travel with that, you can see. And whenever we get somewhere, we just sit it out on a table or something like that. We're on a cruise ship, we just sit it on the little desk area so that when we walk in our room, it actually feels like home. All right. So that's that. And that's all that's in that front pocket there. All right, now the juice and the meat of it. Ooh. All right, so inside of the main part of the backpack is my actual backpack. So, as you can see here, this is my backpack. Which, and it's just a regular backpack, just like regular little backpack. Everything that's in here is the things that I carry with me, usually when I go, if I'm going to work on the ship or anything like that. Also, I just saw this. In the backpack, there's also my back scratcher. So that usually comes out and goes on the side of the bed or around a sitting area. So this backpack, let me tell you about this backpack. Okay, so when we had went home, excuse me, to my hometown to see my mom. She was having knee surgery, and we went over to a thrift store. And at the thrift store, they had a backpack like this, and it was like $40. It was $39, and I was like, "No way! There's no way that they're selling this backpack for $40 at the thrift store." So I took a picture of it, and I was like, "I could definitely find it cheaper online somewhere." So I went on to Macari and I found it. This, along with a laptop bag, which I ended up selling the laptop bag because I didn't want that piece, but I just wanted the backpack. So what I did was I bought it there, and yeah, this is the backpack. I absolutely love this backpack. I like that it's dark, right? And I like that it still has like a sophisticated feminine look, you know, as well as like professional. So I can walk into conferences when I'm doing speaking engagements. I can also walk into meetings when I'm doing workshops and things like that. And I can walk around the ship on it and not, look like I'm on my way to school somewhere as like a little kid. So absolutely love it. Has these three buttons. These are the cutest little thing ever. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's got a button here. With pockets. It's got, the two water bottle pockets on the side, as well as it's very, very light and very good support in the back. As you can see, it's like fully padded. It's got the little straps. And the name on it it's in the front here. Here it is. It is OGIO. I don't know how to say that. I think it's OGO or something like that. But anyway, I love it. Absolutely love it. And then at the top here, you'll see, because I love Winnie the Pooh. So it's just like a little Winnie the Pooh tag that I got at that Daso store, which is the same store that I got the Winnie the Pooh bags, Ziploc bags. And there's another bag in here that you'll soon see that I got over at that store also. So that's what this is. This is my backpack. So in the front zipper, I have another one of those little Ziploc bags. But inside of here, I have my timer, because I always keep time when I'm doing any type of work so I can see, make sure that I'm not working too much and not taking my breaks. I have more Carmex, obviously, a couple of ink pens, little peripherals, things like that. This is another one of the little Ziploc bags like the one I just showed you. And inside of here is so I created a planner, which I'll show you shortly. And in that planner, I integrated my Rocket book pages. So this is the the cloth to wipe your Rocketbook off. And on the back, I just have like a screen cleaner. So that's what that is. Also in here, I have two notebooks. So the first notebook is just one that I can just jot down different things in. And this one I got from my son. We went out to Burbank. He was at a conference, anime. Not it wasn't anime. It was, I don't know, some sort of conference he was doing, and we met him in Burbank. Well, we met him and went to Burbank with him for the conference, and he got that at the conference and he gave it to me. So I carried that with me. Sometimes I use it as a mouse pad because it's like really easy and convenient. And then that's all that's in that front pocket. All right, and then the next pocket up. So the first thing is my granny bear. So many of you know I absolutely adore and love my grandmother. She passed away in 2006, and um when she passed away, at her funeral we had a bunch of these bears, and they're just like little angel bears, and we had them sitting all around, along with these little uh, um, ceramic angels. And so I got one of the bears, and Granny Bear has been traveling with me since we started traveling. Um, and I clean her every once in a while when I can. Take a little toothbrush to her and clean her up, get her all clean, nice and sweet and clean. And when we're on a cruise ship, if we have a balcony room or an ocean view room, I send her in the window so she can look out because she loves traveling too. So this is my Granny Bear, and it reminds me of my granny every time. So I definitely have her with me traveling. And next thing in here is, now this bag is does not go with me when I go around the ship or I'm in a hotel and I'm going to work. This is just for traveling purposes. The only reason that it's in here is for traveling purposes. So this is a shoe bag that I got over at a Goodwill here in Houston, actually. And I call it my cup bag. So in here, I have my portable blender, the blender top or bottom. I have my Ohio State coffee mug, and I have my glass. So one of the things that I prefer to do is to drink out of glasses. I prefer not to drink out of cups at all. I just don't like them. And so I purchased this over at the Goodwill. It's $1.99. And it's a glass, and it has this silicone cover. I believe it's a outside like wine glass or something like that, but it works perfect. So I just carry this around with me while we're traveling, and fits nicely into the other bag. And the bag is just it's just like a shoe bag. Put shoes in it for traveling. I don't use it for shoes, obviously. But those are the items that go in there. And let me see what else is in here. Oh, so this is the other bag that I was telling you about. So as you can see, when that's not in there, I have nothing but room. Because the only other thing that will go in there is my granny bear, right? And so I have nothing but room in there when the cup bag is not in there. All right, so what I have is this bag. This bag is amazing. I love this bag. So, it's so funny because every time I pull it out of my backpack, I do like this, like, hey, Hubs, look. Because this was, when I say a godsend, oh my gosh. So I used to have all of my cords and peripherals, and I carried a packing cube, and I had the stuff in there. And then I had to do two packing cubes because I had like stuff and it wouldn't fit, everything wouldn't fit, and it was like stretched out. So then I went to like these little bags, and then I had like 4 bags. So I had one bag with just cords in it, one bag with like peripheral items in it. I had one bag that had this in it, and it was just a headache. You hear me? So when we were over at the Dayso store, I think that's what it's called, I found this. And this is actually a lunch bag. So as you'll see when I open it up, it's a lunch bag. See? but it's the best thing ever. So if you look, you'll see that I have everything in here, and I actually go through each of the items. So first thing I have is my wrist rest. So that's that. And I have my portable, my surge protector. It's not a surge protector, it's non-surge protected because I need that whenever we're on the ships. Has my mouse in there. It has my adapters. So these are adapters that I use whenever we're on any ship. I used to have the cube, the little let me put that down. I used to have the cube, the little it's like a power cube, and like you push the sides out and like the different pieces come out. But what I found was that on some of the ships that we were on, it was really hard for me to use that if I'm not in our cabin room. So I work all around the ship. Wherever I can find a decent space to sit down and set up my laptop, that's where I'm sitting, right? A decent private kind of quiet place, right? So one of the things that the issues that I had was that on a lot of the ships, when you go to the plug was like this round circle, and the cube didn't have enough space here to actually stick it in to get power. So we ordered these, and they work absolutely perfect. So these are the ones that we use, and I have two of those, one for each country, as you can see. In most cruise ships, these are the country plugs that they use. All right. This is my earpiece for whenever I have Zoom meetings or I want to listen to music. A lot of times I sit in the buffet area. And so while I'm sitting in the buffet area, you have people sitting around you and they're talking. So I listen to music while I'm working. All right. And then I have, this is also a wrist rest, but I don't use it as a wrist rest. I actually put my computer on it so that it's sitting up and it like lets air flow while it's sitting on the table or on the desk or wherever. Obviously a plug. And these are all my different cords that I use. So I have cords for my external monitor, my laptop cord. I have additional cords for charging pieces, phones and things like that. This is my clicker. So whenever I go and if I'm doing a presentation or something like that, I have my little clicker, clicky, clicky, clicky. USB. This is just a USB adapter for if I want to hook any other USBs in. And this is my Adventure Awaits rock. So I got this rock. We were in Costa Maya, and was it Costa Maya? I think it was Costa Maya. And I was sitting and we were listening to a band play, and I turned around and looked and I saw the rock, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And I picked it up, and on the back it says, when found, share a picture of this kindness rock. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. So I took a picture of it, posted it on social media at the time that I found it. And I've been carrying it with me ever since. So it just says Adventure Awaits. It's a little painted rock. It's so cute. And then I have an extra battery. So, and that's it. And this, like I said, this is a lunch bag, but it fits all of the stuff that I just had in there. And it's absolutely perfect because it slides right down into the pocket of my backpack. All right, so let's move that over there. And the last thing that we have in the backpack, now as you can see, that's completely empty in there. That's it. This little pocket. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me tell you about this pocket. So this pocket is in the backpack right now. I think it may be for cords or something. It has like a little cord plug thing on here. I don't use it for that. I use it for my coloring pencils because I love to color. So that's what I use it for. And I just put my coloring pencils. It fits really nicely into this little pocket, and they're protected. So perfect. All right. In here, I also have a mouse pad. Excuse me. I have my planner. So like I was saying about this planner, this is a planner that I actually created myself. And it says she designed a life she loves. Because I did. Like Hubs and I created and designed the life that we absolutely love now. And so it's a planner that I created because I love it. And one of the things that it has in it, it has coloring pages. It also has blank planner pages. So if you see, It has all, you can see, it has blank pages, bullet pages. So what I did was I ended up looking at a bunch of different planners. I went through a lot of planners in order to plan this planner. And as I was going through the different planners, I just found like bits and pieces from each one of them that I absolutely love. And then I was like, okay, I need to get them all into one. So that's what I did. I just created my own. And it just has like different coloring pages in there. So that's what that is. And back to the backpack. Backpack. The next thing I have in here is my external monitor. So here's my monitor. And it's just a monitor and it just sets up like this. And a laptop. As you can see, I love Gerber Dailies. And that's it. So that's all that's in the laptop. Oh, there's some papers down in here. Oh, that's from my water bag, collapsible water bag. But that's it. And that is all that is in the bag, the laptop bag. Now, like I said, my laptop bag actually goes with me wherever I go. So if I'm on the ship and I want to go work in the buffet, or if I want to sit outside and work, or anywhere that I can find a plug in a private area with a table, then I can usually like sit and work. Also, if I'm in a hotel, which we are in a hotel now here in Houston, what I do is I'll go down to like the eating area, or I'll find like a lounge area, and I can plug in, and everything that I need is in my backpack. So I don't have to carry a bunch of different things with me. I just throw my backpack on, and that's it. All right. So thank you for tuning in. That is everything that I have in my backpack and my carry on. And like I said, the only time that we use the only time that it's inside of the rolling backpack is when we're going through the airport. So if we're not going through an airport or we're not traveling, then I don't put it in there. I usually have it on my back. And then the rolling backpack doubles um, as like a food bag when we go, if we go, like to the grocery store, we'll take it with us to like actually, carry food. Or if we're going from hotel to hotel, or we're going on a train or something like that, a bus, and we have food, because, we have snacks and things like that that we carry with us, then we'll actually put that into the rolling backpack part, and I'll carry my backpack on my back while we're traveling. So kind of doubles as two, but when we're on a plane, it's just one. So I just have one carry-on bag. Yeah, and I think that's it. So that's all that's in my backpack. I will do an additional video, what's in my suitcase, as well as Travis will do one, what's in his suitcase and what's in his backpack, his traveling backpack. And thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, I am, like I said, one half of the duo, Travis and Angel. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions or anything like that on anything that you've seen today, or anything full-time travel related, or working as a digital nomad as you travel, please leave your comments below and I will respond. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.